Hi, I'm Caitlin.
I'm Linda.
And we are here with part 4 of our Vaponaute 24 line review. Number 4 is Perfect Day, and it's a complex macaroon with rose, lychee, coconut, and raspberry. Now, as I said at the end of our last video, I'm not sure about the rose because I've had it in a dessert before and it can come across as a little soapy. So, without further ado, let's try this. Now, before the video started, I did try it at lower watts and that rose did come out a little soapy. Linda gave me a heads up to turn it up a little bit and I'm at 70 watts and you are right. The coconut really does come through at 70 watts and that soapy taste goes away.
Yeah. Lower watts you're going to pick up the rose and maybe the raspberry, like raspberry, those kind of berry flavors usually come out really at low wattages. The higher you get, the more you're picking up the coconut. I'm not picking up macaroon.
Well, I think that's the coconut. Macaroon is coconut-based dessert.
And chocolate.
At least the macaroon that I know.
And chocolate, though.
You can have not chocolate macaroons as well.
Okay.
Now this, being that it comes to Paris, France, might be talking about macaroon the cookie.
Okay.
Canadian macaroons are different than Euro macaroons.
You're right. That makes a lot of sense, and we probably should note that because this is not. When we say macaroon, we usually think, chocolate, coconut,
all mixed together. My mom calls it a
really
haystack.
And but yeah, you're right. So different parts of the world are going to call things or make things slightly different. So I think overall,
it's it's not my kind of flavor. I'm not a huge fan of the rose in it, but I do like the way that the coconut comes across at higher wattages.
I've got this right around 70 watts. I'm really getting the coconut. That seems to be the main flavor of this juice is the coconut. I'm really getting that. It's not overpowering me. It's not, I'm still getting the other flavors coming in there, the lychee, the raspberry, maybe a bit of the rose, but definitely you pick that up more at lower wattages. But that kind of brings a nice sweetness to it.
Yeah, the lower wattages you get more of the berry and the rose, and the higher wattages you get more of the bakery notes and the coconut, and a little bit less of that rose, which
and I'm still getting the raspberry lychee, which is just kind of rounding it out, sweetening it, like taking the edge off the coconut and that. So
now, did you find this one was a little bit harsh? A little bit on the harsh side?
Maybe a little like tickle in the throat for sure.
For me, it's a little bit more than a tickle. It's a little bit of a burn.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not getting that so much, but I'm definitely feeling like it's got a bit of an irritant, like something irritating in the back of the throat a little bit, which I didn't pick up off of the other flavors that we've tried so far. Now, I haven't done my usual, like, going all over the place with the wattage on this one.
See, I started off fairly low wattage, and that's when that soapy rose flavor kind of came out. A lot of, like, that's becoming, like, a really cool, hip thing to do in the food world right now. Rose water, lavender, stuff like that in baking and in cooking, and I'm not a fan of that trend in baking and cooking, and I don't think I'm a fan of that in baking as well. It just tastes like hand lotion or soap to me, and that is not something I want to put in my mouth or in my lungs.
At the lower wattages, and like I just took a few hits in a row off of that, I'm getting that tickle in the throat, like that kind of scratchy kind of feeling in the throat. So I would say so far of the 4 we tried, this is a nice flavor if you like coconut, I would say, and not overly sweet juices. There's not a lot of sweetness in this. There's just a mild hint of the fruit flavors, so just a really mild sweetness to this one. Definitely getting a bit of a scratch. We haven't seen that on the other ones. This is probably not my favorite of the 4 we've tried so far, but still a good quality.
It's good quality. It's not my favorite. flavor-wise, I'm sorry, Vaponaute, but if I give it a thumbs down because I don't like it.
All right, well, we're going to move on to the next flavor in the next video, and that's going to be Pure Morning, a powerful mint kicked by green apple and kiwi. So we'll see you in a minute, and we'll just change out our cotton, and then we'll
We'll continue on with the next one, part 5,
part 5.
Pure Morning.